where the blade was truth, where kingdoms burned, and memory walks in armor still. This is Iron and Ash, the map. We did not always know where we were, so we drew it. In ash, in blood, in sand. The first maps were gestures. Marks on cave walls, sticks in the dirt, arrows and spirals. They were stories. They were memory. They were direction. Cave paintings were maps of survival, of herds, of danger, of myth. They were the first attempt to make sense of space, of movement, of fear and return. Each mark expanded the mind. Each path carved new neural trails. Mapping shaped perception, taught us we were somewhere, and that there was somewhere else. The map did not just guide the body. It formed the self. The Egyptians mapped the stars to build their tombs. The Babylonians etched the heavens in clay. The Chinese carved the earth into bronze. To map was to mirror the divine, to bring order to the unknown. The Vikings charted the seas with sunstones. The Romans paved the world and mapped it in their image. Each road a line of conquest, each city a point of pride. Medieval monks drew the world as a circle, Jerusalem at the center, East at the top, Eden just beyond the edge. These were not navigational tools. They were declarations, cosmic diagrams, spiritual authority made visible. To draw the world was to own it. To name the land was to claim it. The Native American medicine wheel mapped not land but balance, direction, cycle, spirit. The Polynesians used shells and sticks to chart the currents, not what was seen, but what was felt. A map of rhythm, of breath, of wave. The Bible is a book of journeys, from Eden to exile, from Egypt to the Promised Land. It is full of maps, some drawn, some walked. Abraham, Moses, Paul, pilgrims and prophets, the geography of salvation. Biblical maps guide archaeologists today. Cities found from lines in Scripture, ruins unearthed by verse. Scripture became a compass. Faith became cartography. In war, maps became instruments of death. The general's scroll, the spy's parchment. Knowledge made lethal. Genghis Khan's scouts mapped the Silk Road by firelight. Napoleon redrew borders with ink and cannon. D-Day succeeded because the maps were right. Normandy was won on paper first. The Third Reich invested heavily in maps. Precise terrain studies, topographic detail. A war of movement needed perfect vision. German cartographers refined aerial photography, expanded remote sensing. Maps were militarized, borders made into blueprints. Cartographers followed conquerors. Lines drawn by winners, erased by fire, redrawn again. Maps do not tell the truth. They tell the story the victor needs. Borders are belief. Geography is politics. In the age of empire, the map was propaganda. Lines stretched like fingers. Colors bled across continents. Here be dragons gave way to here be coal. The treasure map became myth. X marks the spot. But only if you know where to look. Indiana Jones said X never marks the spot, but sometimes it does. In war, in treasure, in destiny. Joseph Smith hunted buried gold. Maps led him to vision and to scripture. He did not just read maps. He wrote them, from treasure to theology. Tolkien mapped Middle-earth before he named it. Fantasy begins with geography. Worlds must be known before they can be believed. The hero's journey starts with a trail, a mark on parchment, a dotted line. In medieval Europe, the Mappa Mundi captured heaven and earth. In the Vatican archives, they still breathe. From balloons to satellites, from spy planes to Google Earth, mapping became a way to see what no one could touch. We now map in real time. Every street, every body, every movement. We are watched by maps, tracked by grids, surveilled by the system we built to understand ourselves. A map once required a guide. Now it requires surrender. To know where you are is to be known. By the machine, by the signal, by the eye in the cloud. But still we draw them. Tattooed on backs, painted on canvas, etched in memory. The map is the twin of the calendar. One charts space, the other time. Together they are civilization. The general spreads the map before the dawn. The pilgrim folds it into his coat. The child traces it with a finger, wondering where the dragons live. We have always mapped, because we must, because we are lost without it. This is Iron and Ash.